Over the last 4 years, I've made well over $250,000 on Etsy through multiple different business models. And I've also helped clients go from nothing to 4 and 5 figure revenues per month. And in this video, I'm going to break down the most important parts to my strategy that has been proven to work on multiple different businesses. And if followed correctly, is guaranteed to make you more sales on Etsy. So let's get straight into it, and let's start with step number 1 of the strategy, and this is selling something that people actually want. And now to sell something that people actually want, we can take this down a step further, and this means that we basically need to sell a product that can either be given as a gift, invokes emotion, or solves a problem. Almost every single product that you see that is sold on Etsy falls into one of these 3 categories. So someone is either out there searching in and trying to find something to buy for themselves that solves a problem that they have, or they're there browsing, they're scrolling down, they see something that invokes emotion in them, and then they buy, again, personally, for themselves, such as, the cat lover that is scrolling and sees a cat design on a mug. It invokes emotion because they love cats, and they then buy that product. Or, as Etsy is predominantly used for, guys, and you might know this yourself anyway, shoppers who are out there looking for gifts to buy and give to people. And guys, my personal strategy on Etsy that I've done over the years focuses more on these second 2 categories, and this is selling a product that both invokes emotion and can be sold as a gift. And so, for example, take an example from my mug store, right? I'll sell a personalized product. So personalized products equal great gifts. And I'll include an emotion invoking design on the product, such as, a favorite animal, which is a real quick win, guys, by the way, because people really have a favorite animal. People love animals. So when you combine those 2 objects together, guys, emotion evoking animal and personalized aspect, that's great to be given as a gift. You then get a product that has a much more higher probability of making sales rather than just if I just put some random design on there, And guys, I've been there and I fell into the trap before, right? I first started out and I was just making designs that I thought, looked pretty, that didn't fall into any of these 3 categories, right? But then as soon as I started making products with the end customer in mind, looking at one of these 3 categories, sales then, guys, became daily, and they just got so much more frequent. And I'm telling you, it is just proven to work. But with that, let's move on to the second key point of strategy now, and this is making your products stand out. So look, I'll say this in pretty much all of my videos without hesitation. If nobody clicks on your product, it doesn't matter what you do after that, okay? You will not get sales because you don't even have the chance to sell the product if no one has clicked on it. And guys, you always got to ask yourself the question, right? Why do me, why do you, why do we click on products that we see online? Normally, it's because we like the image of the product that we see presented to us. This is right up there with my strategy, guys. This is one of the most important things you have to get right. Whatever I sell, I make sure that the image I'm using to sell that product is one of the best on Etsy, and it really stands out in the busy search pages against all of the competition. And the way to do this, guys, is by having the highest quality thumbnail image or leading image that you possibly can. And guys, there is a few key rules that I follow here with my thumbnail images time and time again, and I've got them noted out here on my laptop. So first one, use a very simple background or a blurred background. This makes the product stand out so much more. If you can, incorporate hands or, just some human element into the imagery, because again, people buy from people, and this just helps with conversion so much more. Use a bright image if you can. Bright imagery just really makes the product pop and makes, the whole overall image and listing stand out so much more when people are scrolling really fast on their phone on the search pages. And then of course, for the digital product sellers out there, guys, which I also personally sell myself, what we have to focus on is giving as much perceived value in the digital product as possible. So again, this comes by using things like collage mockups that we do have to put a time in to make ourselves, but it's definitely worth it. And then guys, if you're selling print on demand, okay, and you're using mockups, which you should be, right? And you're using mockups with humans in them, make sure it is real humans and not AI. I have seen it time and time again. AI mockups do not work. Like I said before, people buy from people. You have to get the images right. And guys, I just want to say quickly as well, this whole strategy, this is exactly what I teach in a much more step-by-step, slower paced, detailed breakdown in the Etsy Accelerator community that I run. There's already over 20 plus hours of exclusive training courses in there that you can follow along with. And also, just while we're on this subject, there's also exclusive resources such as mock-ups in there as well that you can also use completely for free, included in the membership. And there's also interviews from sellers who have followed this very strategy and made 5-figure revenues per month. And so guys, yeah, if you just want to take a lot of the guesswork out of what you're doing and follow something which has been proven to work time and time again in detail, cut out the mistakes, save time, put more money in your pocket, then you might find some value in checking out the community. It's there. I made it for you guys. Feel free to check it out if you wish. Link as always in the video description. But otherwise, guys, let's just move on to the next key pillar of the strategy now. And this is that social proof is everything. And so guys, just want to ask you this personally now, right? If you saw a product that you like online, okay, and then you clicked through to that product, you went onto the shop, but then you saw, I don't know, 2 or 3 sales, maybe a 4-star review rating, a really dodgy looking banner, a not professional logo, will you still be as inclined to buy that product now as what you were before? I'll give you some time to think about it, but I can tell you now from my experience, the answer is pretty much always no. So guys, this is something I am very, very keen on, okay? Social proof directly correlates to your shop's overall conversion rate. And this is especially true when you're a newer shop with a lot less sales history. And guys, like I said, conversion rate is this stat that I think so many people just like don't even care about, right? To me, this is one of the most important stats that you really have to measure, okay? Because think of it from Etsy's point of view. If they're using up real estate on their platform as a business, right, and they're putting your listings higher and they're sending loads of traffic to your shop, but you've got like a conversion rate of, I don't know, 1%, 2%, and nobody's buying, like that is a killer for Etsy. They are just not going to do that, okay? So protect your conversion rate at all costs. And I'm just going to give you a little list of things that you can do now to start improving your conversion rate by improving your social proof, especially when you're a newer seller, say under 1,000 sales. And start off with the first one, and that is to get friends and family to just buy some products from you and leave a few reviews when you're first starting out. Okay, guys, I don't think there's anything wrong with doing this. Friends and family should be there to support you with your business, help you get off the ground, help you get going. And yeah, if you feel bad asking, then, you know, just try and get over that hurdle, basically, because the more support that you can get from friends and family, especially at the start, the better. Next thing you can do, guys, super simple one, hop on the Canva, get yourself a professional banner made up, get yourself a professional logo made up. There's so many templates that you can choose from on there that look very, very, very good. I always use Canva for my banners and logos. Make your shop aesthetic, look a lot more professional, and that is going to help your conversion rates and social proof, I promise you. And then also, guys, another one, while you're on Canva, start making up some infographics and focus on answering customers' questions within your listings via the infographics, because customers, why do they not buy our products? It's normally because they don't trust our shop and our brand, or they have unanswered questions about the product. So let's remove those fears from the customer as much as we can. Focus on improving your conversion rates, guys, and you will get more sales. I will say that until I am blue in the face. So think, you're then selling something that people actually want to buy. So your products are first showing up in search results. You're then improving the click-through rates of your products by presentation. So you're then getting more clicks on those products that people want. You then improve the conversion rates. So the clicks you're getting to the products, more of those customers are now actually buying the products. And already, guys, just by doing these 3 key strategy points, you're almost there. But what I will say is that none of that matters if you don't get this next point right, and that is your consistency and your mindset. So guys, I've got a little quote here from the man Bruce Lee himself, absolute hero of mine. Long-term consistency trumps short-term intensity. And guys, if you've got ADHD, just like I have, you all know short-term intensity, it is our biggest strength, but it can also be our biggest weakness, okay? And I'll just say it for you now, right? You're probably out there watching this video. Maybe you see the results. Maybe you're in the community. You see the results people are getting. It gives you that extra little bit of motivation because you know that what you're trying to achieve, you know that it is actually possible, okay? So then you decide to go away, you start your business, you put in a ton of work up front for the first few weeks, maybe even the first few months, But then you suddenly realize, damn, I'm not actually getting the clicks, the traffic, and the sales that I thought I was going to be getting. And then you start to lose motivation. And after that, you say to yourself, God, all of these people on YouTube and everyone else there saying you can make money online, they're all scammers. It doesn't work. I'm done. It didn't work for me. And, you know, guys, I'm not saying that that's you personally, okay? I'm definitely not saying that's you, but I'm saying there are definitely a lot of people out there that are, unfortunately, just like that. And guys, the one thing I'm going to say on this point, right, is that pretty much everybody in the population will very happily work a job that they don't like for a whole lifetime, right? For a boss that they don't like, being told when to come in, and they will never or very rarely earn $10,000 a month. And yet people think you can go out there, watch a few YouTube videos, start a business, and then earn 10 grand a month within a few months of putting not much work in a business model that you own yourself, that gives you location freedom, time freedom, and gives you that much money. We have to be a bit realistic with ourselves here, okay? Things that gives you that level of reward do not happen easy. You have to put the work in and you have to be consistent. But on the other hand, that is why Etsy is so good. And that is why I will absolutely sing Etsy's praises, because I've seen it. I've made businesses on Etsy time and time again that get results time and time again. I see it with members in the community as well. Etsy is a platform where if you put the time in, you will get the results, okay? And I just want to give you a little challenge now, guys. After this video, go on Etsy, go on the marketplace, right? Find me some Etsy shops that have over 1,000 listings that have not made at least a few hundred sales. And you know why that's a good challenge, guys? It's because there is hardly any out there. If you put the time in to make a good product catalog, listen to the basic steps of the strategy in this video, and if you want to really go to the next level and maximize your time and do it without any guesswork, maybe you join a community like mine or another YouTuber's, you follow a proper strategy that's proven, and you stay consistent, you will get the results, guys. I've seen it time and time again. I'm telling you that now. And then, guys, of course, with all of that, there is another very key point to the Etsy strategy that a lot of people completely miss out. And this is, of course, using external social media, such as Pinterest. This is a strategy that I've personally used on my Etsy business to get over 6,000 organic clicks to my Etsy shop over the last few years. And guys, the exact Pinterest strategy that I use for this is pretty in depth. I'm sure you don't want to add another 30 minutes onto this video of me talking through it. So if you want to see that exact Pinterest strategy to get a ton more traffic to your shop, feel free to click on the video just here. I think that's going to really help you. Otherwise, guys, take good care of yourself. I hope you enjoyed the basics of my Etsy strategy. Be consistent, put the time in, you will get rewarded. Take good care of yourself. I'll see you on the next one. Cheers, guys.